Welcome back, Pretty and Pride listeners. It's your girl, Kiki. This episode's a little different. Ken and I start with a taste test of the new Oreo and Reese's collab, both the Oreo cookie and the crumble cookie version. In the middle of the podcast, we also do end up doing an accidental bagel mukbang. So if you're noise sensitive, we've added timestamps into the description, and we'll also have a trigger warning before that portion of the pod. Outside of all the food consumption of this episode, Ken and I spent some time talking about our UK 2026 trip and the vibes we're trying to curate. Think anywhere from Pride and Prejudice to Peaky Blinders, with a little bit of Bend It Like Beckham. We start to end with our weekly ins and outs, but the real ending is talking a bit about our high school experience and how some of our teachers viewed us. It's a trip of an episode. We hope you enjoy. Thanks for joining us again.
Okay. I don't fear no man, but I'ma still put 60 in this Drake. Set it off like Queen Latifah, nigga playing with my cake. Split the bag up with my brother, 50-50 what we made. I can't let no nigga eat that ain't contribute to this plate. Run it up, I just...
All right. Okay. So, as many of us big backs know, Oreos and Reese's are doing a dual, what do you call it, collaboration. And I think they have a Reese's with Oreos. I haven't found that one yet, but I did find the Oreos with Reese's peanut butter in the center. As you know, I troll the gas stations for random snacks, and I saw them at the gas station. And then when I came in this morning, your spouse let me know that they are also doing a crumble collab that has whatever, maybe this is an Oreo Reese's crumble. So we're going to taste test those.
Yeah. It's
I've
essentially
actually
the
tried these
Oreo
Oreos,
cookie in crumble form.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so what are we trying first?
I think the Oreos first because the crumble's going to be so strong.
Okay. That ASMR. That ASMR. I mean, it's a fucking Oreo cookie. It's fucking bomb.
With peanut butter. With Reese's peanut butter. Yeah, I've already tried these, actually. I tried them earlier this week. And I like them just as much the second time. And
Yeah.
do I like it more than a normal Oreo? Yes. I do. That's because I really like peanut butter.
Chocolate and peanut butter, classic combination.
It really makes you think, why did it take this long? Don't play me right now, you know? I do think it tastes better with one Oreo and one peanut butter, like one disc with peanut butter.
I think the important thing is you need the right ratio of peanut butter flavor to chocolate cookie. Now, when I got this cookie,
The crumble
I
cookie.
already had half of the crumble cookie.
Okay.
Yeah, and my first bite, I was like, oh, this is okay, mid. Still ate the rest of it, and
Well,
it got
yeah.
better as I ate it.
I was
So-
hoping to just have a fourth of this, but it just, that wasn't in the plan. It's too soft.
I don't think I should have left this out overnight.
Now,
I think it needed to be refrigerated.
this tastes like a cavity.
It is. It's like the first bite I feel like doesn't have enough peanut butter, but then when I keep eating it, the peanut butter flavor does get stronger.
I think that they could have just done regular peanut butter instead of trying to make a peanut butter frosting. I actually don't think I like this.
The second bite's better than the first.
I don't like it.
I mean, I might eat all of it. So
I don't. You want mine? I
Yeah.
don't want to eat this. It's like not peanut buttery enough, like the frosting flavor.
I'm telling you, the second and third
Ugh.
bite. I haven't had breakfast or lunch.
You don't need to explain yourself. I've had both. Here's
Thank you.
I didn't like that at all, actually. I can't think about what it tastes like, but it doesn't taste like an Oreo and it doesn't taste like a Reese's peanut butter, so I don't like that.
I think I'm not a crumble apologist by any stretch of the imagination. Their cookies are blech to me. Get them a lot for someone who thinks that, but
Yeah, you got 2 boxes on the counter right now. And ate the entirety of the pumpkin
because
cookie.
My spouse had like some deal where
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
what he
4
said,
chocolate
too.
chip cookies or something. He's obsessed with their chocolate chip cookies. I'm like, I don't even think
so
I've ever had
him.
one. But as someone who feels like I can take or leave the crumble cookies, I feel like in their attempt to try and replicate the Oreo biscuit, as the British may say, into a cookie form, I feel like they achieved the texture as best as they could for a cookie. The peanut butter, I do think, could be stronger flavor.
It was not good. It was okay. I ranked that 5 out of 10. Now, the Oreo Reese's, that was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it did not disappoint. That's a 10 out of 10 for me because it's not the best cookie in the world, but it's exactly as you think it would taste.
Yeah.
So,
I would give the Oreo crumble a 7 out of 10. I would not get it again. It's good to try just once. Those Oreo cookies, however, I can't have those in my house because I'm smashing.
I was at Costco today and I saw the dual box of them. I didn't walk by it because I'm smart and I said, turn down another aisle. Don't want no more. I also don't want to get wrapped into one of those Reese's peanut butter and jelly cups situations where now we have a Costco-sized bag. We didn't even like them, which honestly is probably not as bad as having a Costco-sized bag and loving them. So,
No.
anyways, I have a stomachache now.
Cool.
And great.
Yeah. Crumble has some good cookies. They had a Dubai chocolate brownie that was pretty good. Maybe last week or the week before. And then my favorite crumble cookie, they do a peanut butter and jelly cookie. And it's pretty delicious. They also, anyways, you know what?
I don't get crumble as often as you guys, but I've brought it to, we tried the strawberry one. You know, I'm a big strawberry cheesecake kind of gal. I can't remember the ones I've tried though.
This week they have a pumpkin cookie.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a muffin cookie in its texture.
That's because pumpkin's very fluffy.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Okay. Would I get it again? If pressed.
If someone brought it to me, I'm not saying no.
Exactly. If someone brought it to me, I'm not saying no. They also have a butter cookie, which tastes exactly like you would expect, just straight frickin' sticks of butter in your mouth. It's okay. Whatever. And then they have a Biscoff cookie, which
that was pretty
I
good.
probably also should have refrigerated that one.
Well, I thank you for poisoning me. I went to, as I mentioned, Costco this morning, and I was thinking about starting to buy the ingredients I need for all of my fall baking. So I bought some butter because that's going to do a lot of baking with butter.
What kind of butter?
Unsalted
Kirkland butter?
Yeah. And I freeze it because I can't use 4 boxes of butter, so it's already in the freezer. And then I think that's it. I think that's all I bought. But it's like I'm going to slowly start buying the ingredients I need so that when, and I already have pumpkin. So when it's time to bake,
Canned pumpkin or pumpkin waffle bread
Libby,
mix?
canned pumpkin is the best one to use, in my opinion, for baking. Now, I have to think, am I strong enough to buy a bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips and not make prison mounts from it? I don't know. We're going to find out. So, thanks for joining us on this taste test. I think we have to follow up when we get the Reese's Oreo.
Okay.
And, see if we like that. I feel like
Compare
I will.
the collaboration.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like we tried a lot of the other random Reese's ones, and I liked 60% of them. Didn't like the peanut butter and jelly. I actually didn't like the lava. The caramel was just okay. Did like the Reese's Pieces with pretzel. Like the pumpkin. Like the Christmas tree. I liked the Reese's with potato chips, even though it tasted kind of gross. So, yeah, we'll see if we like this one.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Welcome back, Pretty and Pride listeners.
Hey
I'm
there.
your host, Ken.
And I'm your host, Kiki. Boy, do we have some news for you. Number 1, we did book Seattle. So that's coming up.
Yes.
Number 2, we did book first class to Seattle. So, yeah.
We are going to attempt vlogging this experience because you've been on us through the, as Kiki has just described, you've been on us through the taste testing journeys of fall, Christmas, Easter. And you're going to join us as we fly to Seattle, Washington for a brioche and a s'mores tart. Actually, all of their reserve fall menu items, I think we should do a smattering.
Yes. I will try the martinis on behalf of the
drinkers.
Yes. I'm actually really excited. I've never been to Seattle. I'm actually kind of bummed we're only doing it for a day, but it's going to be a cute look. I was texting you earlier this week saying that, like, I hate and simultaneously love having something to look forward to, because I'm like, I also have another trip coming up this next weekend, but like, I'm like, oh my God, like, please, I just want to be doing the fun things I have planned. Now, having fun things planned obviously means you have something to look forward to, which is great. Mm-hmm. But now I feel like I'm trudging along the weeks to get to the things that I want to do.
Agreed.
So
I remember there was a time when one of my weekly ins was that the way I cope with life is just planning trips, whether I take them or not.
yes.
We've been actually, much more assertive in saying we're going to take the trip. But I love this journey of just, little quick trips for you because, I'm bummed we're not going to be in Seattle for longer, but
It'll be fun.
I think it was hilarious telling people that, like, yeah, I'm going to go test out this reserve menu, like, and then, like, here's what it is. Feels very big backy, but
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
whatever.
Speaking of trips, they're asking if I can join another work trip right before my Utah trip. So I'm thinking, actually, no, but we'll see. I'm going to talk to them tomorrow. It's only 2 days. But you know what has me thinking is, like, if I get stuck in that city, then I'll miss Utah, a day of Utah. I'm not okay with that. So I'm kind of like, it's kind of inconvenient. It's kind of last minute. I kind of want to go because I'm switching teams.
Okay.
Going back home, actually going back to my old team. And I'm like, it'd be great to see them. But I'm like, I mean, it's not even official yet. So, like, do we really have work to do kind of thing?
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm going to sleep on it, pray on it, all that stuff to see if I feel like that's something that's going to behoove me. But I just feel like there's so much travel already happening. I don't know if I can add one more.
She's a jet setter.
She's a little jet setter.
She is a jet setter. I am already starting to think of, like, we had already started talking about, like, where would we eat in London?
Oh, I started a list. I have a whole list of not just London, Dublin too.
Great. I love that. I love traveling with someone else who is a type A traveler.
I'm just making notes, A lot of it it's not all Michelin star, but it is like a coffee shop. I have bakeries, things like that, like that had good stuff. So, but I also have Michelin star places.
I want us to figure out which Gordon Ramsay restaurant we're going to go to.
Okay.
And maybe at some point, like, track our course.
Yeah. And I mentioned I really want to go to Gymkhana.
That place was bomb.
I mean,
Duh.
your girl's got to do it. She loves Indian food.
There is another Indian spot that we should go to as well.
Okay. I think we also have to think about how long we plan to be in the UK for.
And Ireland.
Is that not? Oh, they're not part of the UK. There's. I'm missing out on a chapter of world history, babes. Okay.
There's 2 Irelands.
I was wondering, they take the euro, right? Still in Ireland, they use the euro.
I don't know.
Oh, well,
probably.
Okay. Well, because the Brexit, they don't use the euro anymore over in the UK.
It's a pound.
Unless that hasn't been. You know what? No. Let me stop. I mean, I know, but I'm just saying that, like, was it official in 2026, 2027? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't know the timing of it, but.
No, they use the pound. And I think that Britain always used the pound, even when they were a part of the
EU.
EU.
This is totally offshoot random, but I think I told you that I regret never going to France and using a franc. Like, I want to use, like, when I read literature and they reference the French franc, I'm like, I have textbooks that reference that. I'll never know. It's the euro. It's actually my credit card. That's none of the above. It's Apple Pay, but okay, Anyways, I'm thinking 7 days.
In England?
Well, if we were going to do Scotland and Ireland.
7 days total?
Yeah.
Total?
Well, 10 days?
I think we should probably aim for at least 8.
Oh my God, you
9.
just said one more than I
One
said.
more
You
day.
don't have to act like that was so crazy.
I feel like 10 days is probably the right move, but I don't know. We'll have to look at it. So the UK is...
So we're really doing London, Scotland, Ireland.
I mean, do you want to see Wales at all?
I can come back.
I don't know what exists out there, so we have to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah,
but
because I think if we add one more place, I already told you I'm nervous about having to pack up. Like 10 days, you have to think that's packing up every 3 days, right? To go to a new place.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a lot. And I feel like we'd probably want to be in London maybe longer than Scotland, but I don't know that for sure, you know?
I don't either. Ireland is a separate country.
And I still want to go. That sounds
I
awesome.
think we should go. Yeah, because I want to see Edinburgh, and Edinburgh's in Scotland.
Yes.
I want to see Dublin, and
Yes.
what's the other place that's in Ireland? Why do they all sound the same to me?
Ireland.
Oh my
Is there
God.
somewhere other than Dublin? Hold on. Where was
It's gonna be one of those things.
normal people? Ireland.
Anywho,
Hold on, we're gonna look it up. We're gonna get there.
like, do you want to see a football match?
Belfast?
Belfast. Thank you. I
You're
was like, I
welcome.
know there's another city there.
You know what I want to see there is well, never mind.
I want to go on some type of. I mean, this is the thing too. Is it a Pride and Prejudice type vibe? Like, are we doing those types of things? Like, are we going to try and see a manor? I would love to do like an Austin Land type vibe.
Is it a Sons of Anarchy when they went?
Yes. Yes. It's a leap year.
Where's Peaky Blinders
Sons of
in there?
Anarchy.
Like,
Yes. It is our.
and we can't forget Mickey Nashilson.
Okay, so yeah, there's a lot to
There's
figure
a
out
lot.
with our
Yes.
movie, TV show, Gots to go see the sights.
Yeah, heavy itinerary.
So 7 days feels like
Oh.
it's too little.
And we can't forget Bend It Like Beckham.
Oh my God. So are we going to see a football match?
We should see a football match.
Will you see my favorite team? It's far from London.
Is it Real Madrid?
That is in Spain.
Why? It's a continent. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Who is it?
Do not like any
The Cadbury
Spanish.
eggs?
It is Liverpool.
Okay. I know. No.
It's a place
know.
that when I tell people like I want to go to England and I want to see a Liverpool match at Anfield Stadium, they're like, like Liverpool is apparently not the vibe over there, but
Well, I think we have to think, are they even playing then?
yes,
How do you know?
because I went to London in August.
When's FIFA?
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, like what are they
Okay.
doing? It's good, you know?
Fair vibe.
We might have to see a lesser team, and I actually would also be very, very open to seeing cricket.
Okay. So 7 days, huh?
It's cricket, and then also, what do they play? What's that lawn darts game?
Croquet.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking. It is what I was thinking, but that's not what I was thinking, What were they playing in? Oh, it was cricket in Bennett Like Beckham because she's Indian. He's white, and he's getting into the culture. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, but we might have to shorten the trip down. I mean, or do less because 2 weeks.
No, we can't do that. The point of this was more so like we will eventually get into the nitty-gritty details of planning this, and we need to figure
Yeah.
out and prioritize what are our must-dos,
Okay, our
right?
must are
We
those
know
three
Jim
cities.
Connor. We know it's at least one Gordon Ramsay. He
Correct.
has several locations, so we have to figure out which Gordon Ramsay we want to go to.
I'm sure there's some sort of like historical library.
We'll go to the British History Museum.
Okay, Oxford.
Sure. Now we're at
Chasing
now we're at a
Liberty
Chasing
tour.
Liberty?
Yeah, okay. See, she gets it. Obviously, we have to do all the main things that I was like Big Ben. I was like that clock tower is what I was gonna say.
A lot
Okay,
of
Big
people
Ben.
like the West End plays. So like the
We don't have time for
Broadway
plays.
of London,
I
going
don't know
to the
if
West
we have,
End.
if we have playtime.
I don't
Sherlock
like
Holmes.
musicals, so
Oh, Sherlock Holmes.
But it's like, okay, okay, great. Are we doing Stratford upon Avon? Taking a little Shakespeare tour?
Oh,
gotta go to the Globe Theater.
I don't care about Shakespeare that much. Maybe that's a different trip. But I do care a lot about something that I've already escaped my mind. Jane Austen.
Yeah, duh.
And as a matter of fact, the Bronte sisters, are they in there?
Yeah.
Because I'd like to go to the moors of Wuthering Heights.
Great. Okay. So we need to find the cliff that Keira Knightley's Liza Bennet was standing on when she was... That's
going to feel good.
We need to find a Bridgerton party of some sort.
Is Stonehenge on over there?
Stonehenge. I don't think
Stonehenge.
so.
Is that not...
Maybe, yes. I
think that is in England.
The Druids. Let's go to Highland. We'll go find Outlander.
Okay.
There's too, you know what? There's too much that takes place in
It is
UK.
in England. Okay, I think you're right. We have to think, what is this? Is this like a glam tour? Or is this like a historical sites tour, right? Mm-hmm. Is it a literary tour? To me, it's a glam literary tour. Less Shakespeare. I don't want to see his stuff.
I mean, I feel like I actually really like the direction we were going with Winning London and Peaky Blinders. Because the juxtaposition there.
I like that.
Belfast.
Winning London to Peaky Blinders to London Has Fallen. Okay. This is going to be fun, but we do need to start putting some dates on the calendar.
So obviously, we're going to have to think about, okay, if we want to do shopping in London, does it make sense to do that at the beginning of our trip, or should we be doing that towards the end of our trip? Because that's going to probably determine, do we want to actually, not spend our time there at the front end, but spend it on the back end?
I think that makes sense, but I also feel like hitting London in my head makes the most sense first, because I feel like that's the city, and then you go and relax out in the country. But maybe I'm dumb. But
no, I mean,
I don't know if I want to be tired, waltzing around the city at the end,
No, we're just taking our wares with us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Something I want to talk about is the fact that right now I'm hungry and it's lunchtime, and the other day when I was hungry and it's lunchtime, I did a TikTok about this, but I currently have an ongoing vendetta against Chipotle. For anyone not familiar with the TikTok story that I told in a long-winded way, I will try to make less long-winded, that for the entirety of my relationship with my spouse, we have certain places that we enjoy getting food on the days where none of us wants to cook and we're feeling like eating out. Chipotle has never been on that list of rotational spots that we're getting food from. But I am a fan of Chipotle, but apparently my spouse is not. When we traveled recently, he relented and was like, all right, we can go to Chipotle, because he couldn't think of anything. And, I was like, we're close by one. So we stop in at this Chipotle. They're advertising their honey Chipotle chicken. I'm like, let's get a sample of that for you. He tries the sample. He really likes it. He's really intrigued. We get Chipotle. We eat Chipotle. We smash. It's delicious. The very next day, I call him up. I'm out running errands. The very next day, he says to me, unprompted, of his own volition, that he would be down to have Chipotle again for now the second day in a row. I'm so thrilled. I'm elated. I've been waiting for this moment, what feels like for a long time. We get Chipotle. Great. A week passes. Again, I find myself out running errands. Hey, I'm on my way home. Do you want me to pick something up? And unprompted, yet again, he says, Chipotle. He goes to his phone to place the order, and it tells him that they do not have the honey Chipotle chicken available. I say, don't worry. I'm gonna go into Chipotle. Maybe they just don't have it on their menu on the phone. I walk in. The advertisement is still up for try our new honey Chipotle chicken. And they tell me that no, it's no longer available. And since that day, he has never again brought up Chipotle. And when I brought it up recently, he was like, no.
I feel like you guys need to go in there and say, we need to sample every single one of your meats. Until he finds something he likes.
I don't need to do that.
Well, they got barbacoa. They got sofritas.
That's not a meat, but yes.
It's a protein option.
He ain't gonna eat that, damn well.
I'm saying he should just sample some things and see, okay?
I feel like the chicken and steak are probably just fine. It's just, it doesn't excite him, it doesn't intrigue him.
So true.
And so, now I'm stuck in the same quandary that I was stuck in before. Yes. Yeah. Where years pass and I have not had Chipotle because it's just not in the rotation.
Maybe now that he's had a taste for it, he'll start to crave like the crema or something and be like, you could really go for some Chipotle sour cream, you know?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
I feel like the other thing that I need you to follow up on, because...
Don't say Patterson House.
How did you know I was going to say that? No, for real.
Stop asking me.
How did you know?
Stop asking me.
No, bro, I need to know.
Follow up on it.
I need to know.
Okay. I'll try. Can I pass this burden on to you? Can you look into it?
Fine, I can look into it.
Okay, great. As you mentioned today, I have too many jobs. I can't take on one more right now. So, but I haven't heard anything back, if that helps.
Yeah.
Nothing even in my junk email.
I was going to ask you that, like, what are you doing in your spare fun time? I'm assuming it's TikToking. What's currently in your algorithm?
Nicolandria.
Still,
and I want it there. Yeah, actually,
Only.
Sometimes my algorithm tries to recorrect and say it's time to move on, and I say, no. Don't do that to me. I think I have, what else was I seeing? This one very specific TikToker's dating drama. Something about that movie, Unknown Sender, which I haven't seen, where the mom was bullying her own child. It's like new on Netflix. Texting and harassing her child. And I think that's it. What about you?
I am occasionally still getting my Judge Judy, but TikTok is also doing this thing where it's like, all right, you've seen enough. It's time for us to recorrect. Lately, it's been showing me videos of these gamers who try to guess other people's ranks in this game. That's been interesting.
That sounds so boring.
It's really interesting in the sense that, like, as someone who does not play this game, it's actually like a competitor to the game that I was playing. I've found myself watching every single video, like, oh yeah.
Jeez.
And I don't even understand these ranks. One thing that came across my page this morning, though, that I wanted to bring up, because I had sent you another video that this person did. I should look up who this person is. Okay. This person is VizLife, VizLife. And they watch these, like, teenage rom-com, like, terrible movies that are on Netflix that they basically, like, describe how terrible they are. And what came up today was The Kissing Booth.
Oh my gosh.
Which made me think of you because it is so bad. But I had stumbled upon this creator and they had done their, like, recap of the movie after, which...
Oh my gosh, yes, I saw.
Yeah, you saw my comments. But, like, that movie was one of those movies where it's, like, during the time of COVID and, like, the before and after, it's like we've already waxed poetic about To All the Boys I Loved Before. Like, Netflix had this period where they had us locked in this, like, teenage, like, early college years type rom-com era of, like, wanting those feel-good movies. And we stumbled upon that movie after, watched it, and we're like, okay, this is going to be a trilogy. Went to the Wikipedia page.
There's like 5 of them.
As we do. Went to the Wikipedia page, found out it was a book. And that in the book, it's actually worse.
Yeah, it is way worse. And I wasn't, like, watching them, but I was trying to keep up with them. But I feel like there's so many.
Yeah.
And the plots all run together. I'm like, wait. They're fighting. They're back together. What's the fight about this time? Is it the same fight? Is this a different movie, or is this like a series? Like, that movie was so bad. They did get one of the Sprouse twins in one of them. I remember that. One of the.
Oh yeah. I forgot that he's a twin. He was in that show Riverdale.
One of them was. One of them was.
Right.
The toxic one was in Riverdale.
I only know one of them, and I just refer to that one as the.
They're
both
just
of
this,
them.
yeah. So, but the toxic one was in Riverdale. I know that for sure because his ex-girlfriend is Lily Reinhart.
Allegedly.
She talks about it.
Allegedly
toxic. My opinion is that he's toxic based on his Call Her Daddy interview clips. So yes, I agree. Oh, I was going to ask though, did you see Judge Judy on Amy Poehler's podcast?
I've been seeing those clips come through. So this is the thing about Judge Judy. Obviously, I know for sure she voted for Trump and she's a Republican.
I don't know, honestly, because she comes off very Republican coded to me. But like, she's a very loud, outspoken independent and has been for decades.
Maybe, but like, I mean, she lives in Florida. Like, she hates the welfare system.
She does.
Hates people that are on government assistance. Like, hates pit bulls.
Because I researched this one time because I was like, dude, she's so hardcore MAGA coded. But like,
yeah,
like the research I showed is like, no, like she is not. And I was like,
interesting.
Okay,
this is helping.
Kind of a slay, Judy Scheindlin. Like, so it did help me because it is very hard because she is really Republican core.
She's very Republican coded, and so like I enjoy watching her as a presiding judge. But it is hard when I'm like, girl, I know you probably be. But
you never know which way she's gonna turn.
Fucked up shit in your house. But yeah, true. Well, and then on her newest show, she didn't bring Bert over, and I was like, oh, I wonder what the story is there, but I guess he's on a different show.
Yeah, and I think it was just like a matter of...
He's probably too expensive.
Doing new stuff, you know? Like, but yeah.
But I have been seeing those clips come across where they're having this interview, and one... She looks fabulous.
She does.
Like, for how...
Is she like 100?
She's so old.
She's so old.
She's so old.
And she looks really old.
But her mind seems very sharp. And I feel like this is what I imagine like a lot of these legals are like. Is like they just have this really sharp mind that, you know, persists in their elder years. Like, anyways. She looks adorable, and I just feel like the clip where she's talking about authenticity, I think like that's one of the things that like we get and have watched throughout her entire career of presiding on that bench of like courtroom entertainment is like yes, we all know that like the show is paying for these settlements. The show is giving these people money to appear, but it's not changing the fact that she's going to get you on TV. She's going to ask you all the personal questions.
Yeah.
She's going to embarrass you. She is going to get to the bottom of she's going to know the facts of the case, and she's not only going to entertain us, but she is going to deliver justice.
I love when she goes to her chambers and makes a phone call.
Give me their name and number. And then her little tiny body just walks back with her folders. I love when you get a glimpse of a judge, because she is asking all these questions and you assume she's writing it down, and you get a glimpse that what she's doing is she's just chicken scratch marking up the folder for the case. And so I'm just imagining that like she has all of her like, that's basically all of her legal notes are put here, and then she's handing it to some paralegal to be like, all right, put this in like an actual readable way, a format of some sort to actually file this. But it's like, you know, she's got me over here thinking, like, maybe I should have gone to law school.
Right?
That seems like fun.
I feel like, also, have you ever seen her paparazzi pictures?
No.
She's a baddie.
She seems like she's such a bad... I feel like Judge Judy comes across to me like someone, like, where she just is having the best time at every party.
Look at this woman. Baddie shot a clock.
Oh, my God. She's so adorable.
She's so adorable.
She said I wanted to be 5'7".
Anyways.
She's funny. So yes, very cute interview. And yeah. I obviously I've talked about how much I really love watching Judge Judy episodes. I was getting my hair done yesterday, flipping through TikTok while she was washing me in the bowl. And I stumbled across my Judge Judy. I turned that volume up. We was both watching Judge Judy. So, it's universal.
It is. I'm not bringing much to the table today.
That's fine. I mean, I made my braiding appointment for Japan. I decided
green with envy.
When I came home, my husband was like, did you make 2 appointments? I was like, why would I make 2 appointments? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, Kiki's not going with us. But he brought up flog knot. I was like, no, like you would have to figure out if and when you would want to do that. So starting with my Japan hair, my thought was, I've had the large. We got the medium for Bonnaroo. So I'm going to try the small and see.
Did she say it's going to take the same amount of time?
It was $50 more.
Okay.
So I don't know if it takes too much more time. Obviously, you know that she's really fast. But my thing is like, I don't want more hair. Because it will be more braids because they're going to be smaller. But I don't want it to be heavier.
My thing is that I wasn't going to do it for flog knot because I liked the medium in terms of the look, but also the time that it took to put them in and take them out. I did tell you that the smalls, I had they must have been extra small when I got them done.
Yeah.
But because it's more in line with actual hair, it did move a lot easier. I felt like throughout the entire 3 weeks we had these braids in, I could not figure out constantly getting my hair up in a consistent manner where it didn't feel like my scalp was ripping out. So I'm like, I don't want to go through that again really so soon.
Yeah.
But so small might do better. Yes, the scalp remembers. I literally can't. It looked so good though. But because I had the experience with the small ones and I was anticipating at some point that it would get more comfortable.
Yeah.
That never happened. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I got more used to being uncomfortable, but I was like, I don't know if I can do it again.
That's why I want to try them. I want to try the different, because I was originally thinking similarly where I had the large before when we went to Day in Vegas. And that was no,
it was Disneyland.
Else. I went to Disneyland, yeah. And that was a look, but because of their size, it was it was not as maneuverable.
Yeah.
Now, the mediums that we got, I felt like it was much easier than the large from what I remembered. So now I'm interested in so I was going back and forth, do I want the medium? Do I want the small? I'm opting for the small simply because I feel like between all of the traveling, the amusement parks, I want to see if it will allow for a little more versatility and could I wear hats, for example, which is what I would like to see if I can achieve, which is why I want to see if she can braid them without adding so much hair, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. And then I thought about the fact that flog knot is 2 weeks after that. So at that point, I would have had the braids in for probably 6 weeks. That's
kind of a lot. I think you can make
maybe
it
4 weeks.
I think you could make do, but 4 weeks might not be so bad.
4 to 5 weeks is probably what I'm looking at because I'm getting them a week before I go to Japan.
Yeah.
Then I go to Japan for 2 weeks. Then we come back and it's 2 weeks to flog knot. So it's about 5 weeks, maybe leaning into 6. And I'm just thinking you know what? If anything, I'll just get my hair pressed for flog knot.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. I'm maybe you should just French braid my hair. How do you feel about that?
There's not much, so sure.
Great. You can do a new style every day.
Enough.
Yeah.
I could probably watch some YouTube videos and figure out how to install hair into a French braid. So if you wanted to have 2 longer braids.
Yeah.
And have
that could be
color
cute.
Put there.
And then redo them every day. It's only 2 days.
Redo them every day? Why would I do that?
Because I asked you to.
No.
What do you mean?
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not keeping a front. What if it gets fuzzy in the back?
It wouldn't.
Anyways, we'll figure it out. I would
have to put a lot of gel in it. It's just like any braid.
You'll do my hair. That works for me. That's great.
Okay.
So, and then you'll tell me how this. Now, the other thing is, I mentioned that I liked that she parted my hair along but I don't know if she mapped it right because why is that braid falling in my face for 5 weeks? I'm so next time I'll do a part down the middle, but I have to. The scalp needs time to forget. Okay,
I know. Well, and my thing was that I had to contemplate because as I was making this appointment, I too was well, what if I just went and got my hair? The thing is there's nothing worse than having to incorporate for my curly hair.
Yeah.
The hair care products. Now I got to bring a blow dryer with a diffuser because
it's horrible.
Now I have to bring an adapter. I'm in a different country, and so it's no, I don't want to. I want to be able to every day of my trip wake up, put clothes on, and already feel like 100%, it's a fucking
and I'm a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and there's
genius.
Nothing easier to do that than the braids.
Quick trigger warning. Ken and I have gotten our bagels at this point, and we spend about 5 or 6 minutes talking and eating. Please skip forward into the episode if you don't want to hear this.
All of the bacon on this side. 1. Don't make me rearrange this sandwich. 2. Okay.
McDonald's would definitely.
They put cheese on both sides of this bagel? Damn. Amit, stop begging and go away. Okay, you know what? I forgot what we were even talking about.
Waking up, beautiful on your trip. Ready to go. If I was judging this place based on a plain bagel and cream cheese, it would be not that great. I've had the bagel sandwiches though, so I know they're delicious. Remember when it was election day and I got us bagel sandwiches to celebrate before the results were in? And there wasn't nothing to celebrate. There hasn't been anything to celebrate since.
Beyonce won Album of the Year.
That was pretty great. That's about it. I can't even think of anything else. My birthday? No.
The black quarterback won the Super Bowl.
Oh, we went to Paris. I did a lot of things for me going to Paris. What else? I did buy Beyonce's hair care line.
Business?
Huh?
You bought her hair care line?
Yeah. I
You started using it?
No.
Why did you get it?
What?
Why did you get it?
They said there's some magic in them drops. And that's why everyone was accusing Jay-Z of wearing a wig. I said, okay, let me see. Why not? This other side is better.
The jalapeno cream cheese has no spice in it.
That's annoying.
Like, it tastes like bell pepper cream cheese.
I do want to give you a bite of this, just so you know.
Yeah, there's like no heat in this. Which is like, what is even the point at this point? Okay, let me just figure out what I'm doing. What did you get from the Sacred line?
I got clarifying shampoo, deep conditioner mask, the oil drops, the oil, or like
The whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I haven't tried it, so I'm interested to see how you like it.
Yeah.
Have you considered diffusing your hair?
Mm.
I mean, you have my hairdryer still.
I told you I pursue other passions during the time I saved not diffusing my hair. Also, these are horrible conversations. My mouth is full and I'm smacking down, but Poochie really hates when I use a hairdryer.
She also hates when I use my flat iron. She said, you want to know what your problem is? You really want to be a white girl. Bro, don't be dropping gems. Or we're smashing. Well, maybe we just cut this out and there's just a mukbang portion. Bagels chat, like coffee chats they have in corporate. Like they just hear us chewing, but they don't have to see us shoving it into our mouth. All right, you finish up. I'll go to the bathroom. No. Okay. What? I mean, it's almost too. I know. I'm just going to the bathroom. You got a whole other half of a bagel to eat. God damn. She's so bossy. This place is okay. This place is okay.
Get on my knees, pray. I'm trying to find another way. I gotta get up out this jungle. Niggas killing just to eat. Them lies ain't playing fair, so it's been getting I don't give my heart away. This shit hurt me every day. I get on my knees.
And I took a different coffee shop. I don't think it's exclusive to where we live. Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. I meant to this side of the country. What about it? I was in that line
Tell me more.
for like 10 minutes. I was the second car in line. I was like, Starbucks would never. Starbucks would never. Also, I went to the eyebrow place this morning. It was one of those days where I walked in right after they opened. Someone was already in the chair. So I walked there like 10:05. And then 3 to 4 other people walked in after me. I was like, oh, thank God I got here when I did, because I almost didn't go. But I'm like, I'm going out of town next week. If I don't get my eyebrows done, I won't have time to do it before I go. And then that's why I was like, let me pop on over to this other coffee shop. I don't know what the F this car in front of me ordered. I knew it was going to take a long time, though, because it took them a long time to order.
CBTO?
And I'm like, yeah, Starbucks would never. I don't care how many muffins this person ordered. Like, and then when I got to the window, mind you, I got iced coffee with 3 Splenda. Not that complicated. I sat at the window for another 2-3 minutes without anyone coming to say anything.
Rude and disrespectful.
You know, I thought to myself, well, I have time. Waiting in line's a luxury. Look at my life. You know, how great is it? And you're not going to rush me when you come to the window. You know, I waited here for 5 minutes, so just at this window. So
I don't know what it is, but there's something that irks me about getting to the drive-through window where you're supposed to pay or receive the goods, usually when you pay. And some places, like McDonald's, that's 2 separate windows.
Yeah.
Some places, like the Coffee Bean or the Starbucks, maybe it's just the one window. But getting up to the window that you pay at and nobody opening it to say, hi, and what's your payment?
yeah,
That irks me.
You know what also irks me? When I pull up to the drive-thru and then they take a minute to come on and then they say, hi, I'll be with you in just 1 second. You already had me waiting. You could have just left me alone. You've already had me waiting for 1 second. Now when I've waited for a minute or 2, you come on to tell me that you're going to make me wait even longer. You could have just kept making me wait, you know?
Yeah.
Like, or how about you say that as soon as I get up to the window, but I don't like that I've waited and now you're saying, hi, you're going to wait some more. And I also can't stand when you ask me when I want to order, and let me tell you, a lot of times my order's not that complicated. And clearly you got distracted and say, I'm sorry, can you, what was that? I haven't got a lot of patience. It don't take much for me, so please, like, and sometimes what that was an iced coffee. Like, what do you mean, you know? Like, so,
Yeah.
I feel like it's so interesting because I feel like I have a lot of patience in certain ways, but I'm very particular. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm picky. I was thinking about this late in bed, late night thoughts. I was like, I don't feel like I'm picky, but I'm particular. And I feel like those can be conflated because I will pick at things. Like, I don't care if I go to a restaurant exactly what kind of music they're playing, but I do care that music doesn't have ads. Like, and so when I notice that, I'm like, I don't care what you're playing, but for the fact that this is a pretty expensive restaurant and listen to ads, that's not okay. You know, I don't care what kind of maybe, I mean, I have like an alcohol preference maybe when I drink, but like I don't care if it's Well or Buffalo Trace, like Well whiskey or Buffalo Trace. But what I do care is that you serve me my Manhattan in a Manhattan glass and my martini in a martini glass, you know? So things like that. And I feel similarly where it's like I have a lot of patience for a lot of things, but like, don't test me.
Yeah.
Well, for me, when I get to the window and I have because normally the order of operations is my window's down, I order at this microphone, speaker box, and then I pull forward to then give you my payment and collect my goods. So if I've ordered and I pull forward and no one's there to collect my payment, my window's down, and you have me sitting out there for a minute, I'm rolling my window up and I'm proceeding to just, continue talking to people in my car. And then you want to arrive at the window? Well, I'm going to slowly take my time to roll my window down because it's freaking annoying.
It is annoying.
Obviously it's like as we get older, we have these little things that
like
become
idiosyncrasies.
Yeah, little nitpicks of this is how I like things done, this is the way I think things should be done, and we become a little more rigid, I'm sure, and the balancing act is like, okay, how do I unrigify myself so that I can continue to adapt to the world as it's adapting? Because the 20-year-olds and 15, the 16-year-olds working at Starbucks probably don't know what the old curmudgeon coming through the drive-through. They're in their own world, so it's not as personal.
That's what I mean. That's so interesting. It's just like I feel like I have a lot of patience in a lot of ways, but there are just certain things where it's just like, and I feel like customer service is getting worse and worse. And like it's like at some point I get it because it's like, yeah, your job sucks. Great, we all have to work for money, Yeah. And it's degrading and demeaning. Sure. But like we all have to do it, and like I feel like sometimes people like give like attitude for no reason. And it's like, what's your problem? I'm gonna start calling it out too. Like they don't really give me, and sometimes I feel like maybe it doesn't happen as much to me. Mm-hmm. But also it could be that like, I do believe that you gotta like not take offense all the time when you're offered it. Like let things go over your head, and like that's a much more peaceful way to live, of like not even like, yes, giving people grace, but also just letting things, sometimes people are, it's taken, I know I am fallen victim to something being taken the wrong way. And I think that even maybe it's taken the right way. It's like, I think I've said it before. I like, you are, if you're easily offended, you're easily manipulated. And it's like, yeah, like if you can get someone so riled up, like, so I don't want to let people rile me up. So
that's funny. I'll never forget when I was at Hinterland, I had placed an order, me and my friend had placed an order for Starbucks. Now normally when I place an order for mobile pickup, I will go in and pick up my order because it doesn't make sense to me to go wait in the drive-thru to pick it up, but that is an option that they offer. And so when we went, I had never done this, but like there was no one in the drive-thru, so we went to go pick up our mobile order, and I went through the drive-thru to get to the window. And the manager who opened the window was like basically giving me attitude about not stopping at the microphone to tell them I'm here to pick up my mobile order. Now it's like, first of all, I didn't know that I was supposed to do that. And second of all, like you have a mobile order that's drive-through, so maybe like have the assumption that maybe that's what that is. Like it's just interesting where it's like, so I will actually give you a look, and I will actually have a conversation with you. Like I'm not one of these other hoes, these other bitches.
Yeah.
Like I will make you explain why it is that you had to say it that way, or like make you understand that like I wouldn't know that. You're a Starbucks that's next to a hotel, so like maybe there's tourists. Like so it's just a bunch of stuff. Anyhow.
No, and I agree, because it's always an interesting conundrum too, because it's like people do try to play in your face, and being black, they try to play in your face even more so. And so it's like I got to be out here for the culture, but I also got to be out here as a good steward and as a God-fearing woman. But I also got to be out here giving people the grace that I want to see. And so it's like you really have to use almost like your discernment in those situations. Yeah. I still feel like you can have those conversations with people without necessarily getting offended, but letting them know that like you don't play with me, because I agree that like, okay, thanks for letting me know that. Like, is there a reason that you had to approach me in that demeanor type of way? Mm-hmm. Like, and I think that's totally fair. But also like
sometimes it's like, that's just going to impact my peace. So like not in every situation. So it's like, it's very interesting because like, I feel like, you want to operate almost like, firing on all cylinders, but also the piece of like, so what if they were trying to, I don't care, Don't forget that while I'm picking up coffee, you're making it for me. Let's not forget what this relationship is right now.
Yeah.
I think that's a good segue into what or at least what my weekly out is going to be this week. Because you brought this up when you said like the customer service. I do feel like since COVID, there's been this noticeable shift in prices increasing, to feeling like service and quality has decreased.
Yeah.
So it's not like computing in my mind. The fact that like those things are happening simultaneously. And you had an experience this week that I feel like is actually part of your weekly outs where you purchase something.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That I think just speaks to this larger issue of like things are getting more expensive. People aren't making more money in doing service industry work. And we as the consumer are paying for the increase in price, but we're not feeling like we're getting the same quality. At least
Correct.
I don't feel like I'm getting the same quality that I've grown to become accustomed to throughout my years of life. So why don't you tell us about your experience this week?
Well, I think a lot of people are familiar with shrinkflation, which to me is just an excuse for greed, right? Like you said, we're paying more for less quality and less things. So it's fall-ish, and Pop-Tarts was selling their pumpkin pie, whatever, pumpkin Pop-Tarts. And I was ordering my groceries, and so I ordered them. I'm looking at this box. It says 8 pastries in the box. Now, I'm no Pop-Tart aficionado. I don't actually buy Pop-Tarts because they're like my Achilles heel. So this is a very special occasion. But I was like, 8. And I opened the box, and it definitely looks like there should have been 5 packs, so a total of 10 toaster pastries, and there were only 4 packs. So they're also not paying to remanufacture the box, so they're letting you know you're getting less. I mean, it's just like, it's diabolical because too, like, it's almost like the same thing with COVID, but also tariffs. They're like, oh, it's just more expensive because of tariffs. No, it's not.
Yeah.
You're just trying to squeeze as much as you can from me, and you're seeing it all over the place. I feel like cereal boxes look smaller. They're changing, like some of it, they're changing the size of things so that like, like the bottleneck of the bottle is skinnier so that you get less. They don't have to announce it, And I don't really know how to combat it, but like I got to be more. You know what it is? Fresh fruit. You can't change the size of a cantaloupe. You can just make it more expensive. So maybe that's what I'll do instead of any of the genetically modified disgusting foods. But yeah, that's out for me. Because I think we all know it's just a lie and an excuse.
Yeah.
That's why it's out.
Exactly.
Oops.
I agree. Out for me too. Because I feel like at this point, like we all know they're just making this up.
Yeah.
Like
record profits, but shrinkflation.
Yeah. It just it's hard for me to reconcile it because I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm getting more. I don't feel like it's better. You haven't made it better.
No.
You're not giving me more of it.
If anything, you're probably like crunching up glass and throwing it in there or something like to.
I mean, there's less regulations, I'm sure. So you're getting away with a lot more. And, I don't feel like I should be paying this exorbitant amount that feels record high. And I'm not getting anything better. But that's probably why I failed economics. I don't understand much.
I think I got an A. And my teacher didn't like me.
Of a whole idiot.
My teacher didn't like me. Was it economics or civics? I think I got an A in both. But my teacher didn't like me until one day he decided that he realized I was really smart and he did like me. And I remember because we worked on a group project and he was like, so the reason that he didn't like me is because one day, you remember at high school where we used to park and like we'd go and park in the shopping center, but you weren't supposed to do that. And they were like, they announced over the speakers, they're like, we're going to tow if you guys parked here today, like the shopping center. So I went and moved my car and I was tardy to class. And he's like, well, that's too bad. And I said, okay. So I went to the office and I said, hey, I was tardy to class because I moved my car based on the announcement that was made. So they wrote me a pass. So then I went back to him and I said, here's my pass. So he didn't like me so much, all right? That's just ingenuity. I don't know why
you don't play me. This gets back to the drive-through window. Okay. I'll solve for that.
I don't know why I'm a young entrepreneur at this point. Like, I'm figuring stuff out. So he didn't like me for a long time after that. As time went on, I think he realized that I was like smart, so know how to answer questions in class. And we were doing a group project, and he walks up and he says, guys, you can't just have Kiki do all the work. And mind you, I was not doing all of the work. Honestly, probably like skating through, if anything. But I was like, okay, slay. And then that's how I realized that he actually liked me as a student. Because I was a really smart, good student, but I didn't always do well because I was depressed a lot. So I was suffering. I was a silent sufferer. I remember Mom went to parent-teacher conference junior year, and they're like, Kiki's really smart, but she's really, seems to be like not applying herself. And Mom was like, well, yeah, her grandfather passed, and, she got into that car accident, or like, and they're like, no. No, I didn't know any of that. So Mom comes over, she's like, your teachers didn't know? I'm like, well, yeah, why would I tell them that,
Yeah. I will say, as we close this out, I got the lowest grade in my econ class, but it was a senior year class, and so my teacher curved everyone's grades, and so I ended up with a C- in that class. But it really was an F, and that is...
C's get degrees, as they say.
I copied everyone's homework. I did not get economics. I still don't. I just went to class before. It was my first class of the day, so I would get to school and I would just copy the two stoners who sat in the back's homework. Which,
yeah, no wonder you're effing.
Which was fucked up because they actually got A's in the class, so I don't know how I ended up with a C-. It was probably just failing the tests.
First of all, that reminds me of the time that I skipped class for a math test. Went into the bathroom, had someone write down the test questions for me, had the smart kid do that, brought that paper into my retake, and I still got a D on the test. What the fuck? What the fuck? That was that same year that the teachers are saying I wasn't applying myself. Yeah.
That's great.
How do you not cheat and still fail? That's so horrible.
Dude, that's hilarious. That's why I don't take I don't take high school seriously. Because it's like, you just learn to copy everyone's homework.
What's to take seriously?
And then you get to college. And you either make it or break it.
And we made it, baby.
Somehow.
All right.
All right, well, thanks for coming over. Had a lot of fun. I'm excited for what's in store for us in the upcoming weeks, and we're excited to share that with you all. In the meantime, stay pretty.
Stay prideful.
Especially if you're black.
You can't finesse. Bitch, I move smart like a motherfucking Tesla. I'm clutching this Glock, do I look like a wrestler? Get put on your back, tryna act like a flexer. Hold on, wait, this Glock take him out like a date. She give me the pussy, I just want the face. Fuck her real good, put the bitch in her place. I'm high in the bitch, but my mind up in space.